Welcome back, tasters, to another episode of Tim and Shayne Taste Everything. This is our third installment of the Heaven Hill Grain to Glass series, and this one is the Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. 7 years old, you said?
Yep, 7 years old, 107 proof.
Okay.
So it went from the rye, highest proof, leader,
we,
second, and then we went to the lowest.
We went an opposite order.
Yeah, start out at 130, end up at 107. So that's all right, though. Stuff will just taste real light to us.
Yeah, well, yep. No, that's what I just told Shane. I'm off right before we started, but I'm wondering how close this is going to be to the Heaven Hill bottle of bond.
Mm-hmm.
Proof point is obviously pretty close there, but this is right in my sweet spot for proof points.
Oh, yeah.
At 107.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
That's a good good range.
So far we've been relatively impressed with them.
Yeah.
Kind of like the rye a little more than the wheater.
Yep.
But wheater was good too.
Good
the only,
stuff.
the thing that gets me is a little bit of a higher price point on these, and I get that it's it's not a regular release kind of deal as of yet.
Sure.
Anyway.
Yep.
Probably takes a little more work going into these things, but I always take in the price to value ratio. So
yeah.
No, that's got some. I'm gonna almost like salted caramel to me.
Okay.
It's got a little bit more of a richer, buttery caramel than like the wheater.
Yeah, it smells like Heaven Hill.
Yep. Yeah, it does.
And that's, I guess, you think of, they planned this 7 years ago where they used, all of Beck's
corn and
grains and stuff. Yeah. So was it just their corn? Oh yeah, it was their corn. Okay. So it's a hybrid corn variety.
Man, I'm getting a little bit of almost got like a little whiff of like some kind of smokiness there.
Okay.
But other than that, I think one of the other things through all three of these is they've been relatively, the nose has been like kind of, I don't know, what do you like, smooth, like nothing's popping out and go, whoa, that's going to taste like that.
I would honestly say that they're focused.
Yeah.
They're focused on what they are.
Sure.
This one being the bourbon, but they actually all seem to have a similar quality, which makes sense if they're using the same, corn variety.
Yep.
But they've all been pretty light. They're a little lighter in character.
Yeah, sure.
And smell.
Sure. I think where they get you end up is at that taste of the first, the smell's not, like on both of those, I wouldn't have thought, I mean, obviously they're a little higher proof, but they had a punch you in the face.
Yeah, they did.
Kind of first shot.
Especially the rye.
This one doesn't smell like it's going to do that, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
That's how the smell was in the other ones too.
Yeah, and if they do it and it does, I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is kind of cool. Let's try it out here.
It's still, it is. I didn't get it just a whap.
No.
And obviously, this is almost 20 points lower on proof.
Yeah, true.
So keep that in mind.
Yeah. It's
that flavor is going through to me though with the kind of the going away from the sweetness, almost like a salted caramel. I'm getting like a saltiness to it. I don't know how to. I don't want to say it tastes salty, but it's more like like almost like a buttery.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's not like really sweet caramel. It's not.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. There is almost a saltiness. It's I don't even know how you.
Yeah, because I don't want people thinking, oh man, it tastes salty.
No, it's almost just a dryness.
Yeah, that reminds me of like a salt flavor.
Yeah,
but it isn't actually salty. It's not making my mouth.
Kind of, it's similar, I think, to how salt hits your palate, where it does kind of. You get a little bit of that brininess.
Yeah.
Across the
palate. It doesn't make it weird or anything. Mm-hmm. I actually think it's kind of original. I think it's. Yeah, this one's a different kind of animal here.
Yeah. So there's almost a little salt and pepper
Yeah, that's
thing going
Yeah,
in there.
yeah,
It makes me honestly want a steak.
yeah. Really, honestly, God, I think it would be great with a piece of meat.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, a grilled like New York strip
yeah,
or something.
because it wouldn't clash so much. It would almost just like kind of play off it.
Yeah. Maybe with, rested with some butter rested on top.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I like that.
I dig it.
It's just something I don't come across. I can't remember the last
Right.
time I come across something like that.
And then this is actually, as much as I said in the start of the video, I wonder how close it's going to be to Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond.
Yeah.
It's actually not.
No.
At all.
No, it is really tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really enjoy it, and that flavor profile, man, that's out there.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's like buttered popcorn. I can't. It's hard to explain.
Yeah.
It's like this almost like an umami kind of deal.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Yep.
weird.
This is what I'm relating it to. So it's it's all my opinion here. But so when I was a kid, and I would go over to my grandparents' house, they would grill, steak or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then my grandma would always make like fried potatoes with nice and salty,
Sure.
pepper,
Yep.
and like a piece of sweet corn, like a cob of
Oh
sweet
yeah.
corn.
Yeah.
Like all that, like eating that meal all together somehow reminds me of this.
Huh. Yeah.
It's there is a certain quality.
Yeah, I mean, you get
To it.
if there's some saltiness to this, and then obviously with the corn in it,
Mhm.
and you're getting some kind of flavor profile that's close to the actual food that you're having, and I don't think that's hard to believe, but it is. This is a flavor profile that I rarely come across.
Yeah.
And for that alone, I think this would be cool to have.
Mhm.
Especially you can find it, real close to MSRP or cheaper.
Yeah.
Because that's just, it's one of those bottles where like, I don't have anything else like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And you look at that bottle, what'd you say, this one was closer to like $100?
This was one of the harder ones to find.
Okay. And you look at 107 proof point and you're like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Steep.
Because you can get Baker's 7 at 107 proof. And
Yep, for cheaper.
things similar along those lines in that $65 to $70 range.
Yep.
Yeah, you're obviously going to think it's a little bit of a stretch going for that, but
Right. But
man,
once you taste it,
that's cool.
that's the you pour this for somebody and they're gonna go, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Like I couldn't have told you it was Heaven Hill.
Yeah.
The taste anyway.
Right.
I could have guessed the scent maybe a
Yeah,
little
sure.
bit lighter and kind of whatever. The flavor, I would have had no idea. I honestly would have had no idea it was Heaven Hill.
It's pretty cool. I dig it a lot, actually.
Yeah, I really do too. I think it'd be worth having in your bottle collection.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking at all three as a whole, and you only wanted to buy two, I'd skip the weeder.
I would too.
Personally, I'd
Yep.
skip the weeder.
Me too.
Although I was kind of blown away by the rye. Because
Oh,
I like that punch of that mint. It was
Yeah.
so awesome. I think I'd still go with this.
Yeah, I think so too.
Just because it's a very unique bottle.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. I'm not going to go giving it some wild score.
No.
In my head, I'm 7-8.
Yep.
That's what I would go with.
I'm 7.6.
But just a lot of that is the uniqueness of it.
Yeah,
It really is.
that's cool.
Yeah, I like that a lot. But, too, if you got the money, hey, go get the trio. Have them sitting on the thing. And,
Yeah, it's gonna look cool.
Yeah. Evidently. Yeah, even if it doesn't taste great, it's still going to look
No,
awesome. You got all 3 bottles of grain in glass? Woo!
I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think of. I can think of a couple, but I would rather have this over a couple that I've spent
Yeah.
some pretty good money on.
Yeah.
But
You're going to have that, if you're doing a collection and stuff and you're not out there tasting everything you buy first, you're going to get some bottles where, you wouldn't have felt bad if it only cost you $50, but you paid 80.
Right,
That's
right.
what it is. That's a lot of what it is. You're kind of expecting more, so that's why you got to keep in mind too. We were having a conversation about it before. Don't pass those little guys up. You're making a mistake.
Yeah, a
lot of times.
the little distilleries that are especially if they're doing their own distillate.
Yeah.
You know, they're aging it all themselves. That's there's a lot of good stuff out there.
Absolutely.
Don't be afraid of them just because they're not a big name.
Right.
You know, it's kind of like musicians. Like all these distilleries were once a small name.
Yeah, right.
You know, and then eventually they get more well known over time, and they kind of blow up. So
right, yeah, them small guys, man. If they, you know, it's something that their heart's in, and they get a fan base, they'll come up.
And they're putting out quality product.
Right, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
You gotta be putting out quality product to get a good following too.
Yep,
so
that's right.
But
yeah, I'd buy this one.
I would
honestly
too,
would. I mean, I know it's on the higher end of my price scale, what I like to pay, but I don't have much else that tastes like this either.
Right.
That's Tim's grandma's steak and potatoes in a bottle. That's basically meat and potatoes.
Summer steak on the patio.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what it honestly takes me to, and
it has a wildly unique flavor.
Yeah,
it's different enough that I think the splurge on it is worth it.
Absolutely.
So good job on that, Heaven Hill, man. So you got some crazy, weird, good stuff going on there. Steak bourbon.
Yeah, respect, man.
Yeah.
I got some respect for that.
That's really cool.
Absolutely. But thank you guys for tuning into this episode of Tim and Shayne Taste Everything. We'll catch you guys in the next one.